Throughout history, the Muse has provided an essential element required to inspire and motivate artists to create their very best work.
Then there are muses that continue to influence and promote the legacy of that work throughout the course of their lifetimes and long afterward.
There has never been a muse more recognized for the role she played as inspiration than that of Alice Liddell, the Alice behind Alice in Wonderland.
On many occasions, Charles Dodgson, also known as Lewis Carroll, reminded his followers that his inspiration had come from a 10-year-old girl called Alice, who had encouraged his storytelling for years, and in particular a story he told for her during a summer's day picnic on July 4th, 1862.
The real Alice was the daughter of Henry Liddell, the powerful dean of Christ Church College, Oxford, where Carroll taught mathematics.
After hearing the story, Alice was continuously persistent that Carroll write it down for her. He ultimately presented it to her as a Christmas gift.
In 1883, Carroll stated clearly in a letter to Alice's mother that without Alice, he might possibly never have written at all.
Years before that, Carroll had begun taking pictures of Alice and her siblings.
No picture taken by Dodgson is more famous than his portrait of Alice as the beggar maid, which is still considered one of the most famous photographs of all time today.
As the Alice books became more famous, so did Alice Liddell. During her teenage years, Alice's fame inspired Julia Margaret Cameron.
As a wife and mother, eminent writers and artists visited Alice's home in Hampshire, England, to meet the Alice of Wonderland fame.
In 1883, Alice gave Carroll permission to publish the original manuscript given to her as a Christmas gift, providing that the proceeds were given to children's hospitals.
This led to Alice becoming even more engaged as a spokesperson, both for these new causes and the Alice books.
In 1932, the president of Columbia University in New York City honored Alice in front of the world as the moving cause of this truly noteworthy contribution to English literature.
There are over 20,000 books, films, operas, plays, video games, all based on Carroll's Alice in Wonderland.
It is estimated that over 8 billion people have read or seen presentations of the Alice books.
Alice in Wonderland is behind only the Bible and Shakespeare in terms of the number of quotations that appear in everyday published discourse.
Carroll's and Liddell's lives continue to inspire numerous new books, works of art, and film projects.
It is this ongoing fascination with not just the books, but the story behind the story that make Alice Liddell the most influential muse of all time.